Hello everyone and welcome back to Tomb Raider. So last time we did the cliffside bunker and now we are heading to the Endurance wreck to find Alex and see if we can get the tools to help fix the boat. Ran around this area a little bit just to make sure we didn't miss anything before I went. The boat, the Endurance, was in and of itself fairly straightforward. There was a battle though that I didn't even really die in that much. Like, I don't think I died. I managed to survive, but like, it was infuriating. I was hitting the keys I needed to hit, and it was not registering at the right time, and it took me way too long to do it. I want to say I spent a solid half hour, 45 minutes just on this fight alone. So I was trying to initially, here I am trying to figure out like, okay, how many people can I shoot and not cause like, I was assuming, you know, I'd be caught and there'd be 100 people, which actually didn't end up being the case. But he saw me and I was like, crap. So it was a pain in the butt because you try to melee him and he grabs you. You try to shoot him and it's useless, right? So it was a very specific pattern you had to follow. So we took out the other guys super quick, like that was no issue whatsoever. But he was a different story, right? And they kept giving you little bits of ammo here and there, so like, it took me long enough that like the ammo respawned, which is a long time. So yeah, I sped this up to 8 times. This is 8 times speed right now because it just... And you can see like, I'm super close to getting him. Like I get him down and I have to hit the F key because, it was the F key because you have to dodge and melee and clonk him with your pick. Like that's how you defeat him, is he goes into that, how did you do that? You hit him with the weapon, like one of the guns or arrows or something, and then he, like the little skull and crossbones pops up above him, and then you essentially melee him and thwack him. I was so close so many times to this, and like I couldn't get the timing right. Like I could not for the life of me get the timing right, and I just was running out of ammo on all of my weapons. Like pistol, running out of ammo, shotgun, no ammo, rifle, no ammo, arrows, no ammo. Like it was a disaster. And like you can constantly see where, well, I sped it up enough that it's kind of hard to tell, but like I'm constantly just line it up, and it's just not lined up quite right. Like it's too fast or it's too slow. You know, it's not a button masher, it's a line it up and time it correctly. So if you're just a hair too fast, it didn't like it. If it was a hair too slow, it didn't like it. It took me way too long. I was in a rage mode. Like I loved and I hated that I was not recording myself doing this because like it was obnoxious. It was like I was I was in such a rage. I was like, no, I am hitting this goddamn fucking button. Like, I am timing this right. Like, there is no way you're telling me I'm not timing it right after 45 fucking minutes of doing this one thing. Oh, I was so mad. I was so mad at this game. I was so mad. Ugh. And I was even more annoyed because, like, there was the other one that I kept doing too, and that one I kept hitting. Like, I kept hitting that block, but I couldn't hit the finisher move. And, like, ugh. I was so annoyed. And it hasn't been often where I've been stuck in this bad of a loop in this game. Like, yeah, I've been stuck in some loops. Like, I admit I've been stuck in some loops, but, like, it's taken me a little while to figure it out, or, like, timing's been off, or, like, it's been a navigation one, right? It hasn't been a fighting one. Like, the fighting ones you can usually brute force your way through, and this one you just could not do that. This was not a brute force one. This was a you get the timing or you don't, and if you don't, you're screwed. And I checked my key bindings. I was like, did something happen? Like, are my key bindings wrong? I was that, like, are you shitting me? Like, I was like, what the fuck are my key bindings? I was so annoyed at this point. So, it's still going, and I'm getting so close, and I know I'm getting close, and, like, I know, like, ugh. And, like, you can tell I figured out the pattern, right? Like, I shoot him, the skull and crossbones comes up, I run up with my pick, and it's just a hair off. And it's literally a hair off. Like, finally we get it. And then we get our rope asunder. And that's the thing where we can finally pull those harder ropes. And, like, I almost didn't even want to continue. Like, after that battle, I was just like, nah, son, I'm done. And then I'm like, no, I can't be done. That's not how this game works. This game would not have approved if I decided I was done right then and there. Good and bad, but still. So then we're going through the endurance, and we see some memories, and you know, it's a little interesting that, you know, you run into the three guys at the top. Like, this ship is fairly large of a shipwreck, right? Like, it's really not that small of a shipwreck. I would have expected a bit more people, but that happened later, obviously. But yeah, overall, once we got past that one dude, like I said, like, this particular mission only took as long as it did because of that stupid ass fight at the beginning that I just could not hit the key at the right time. Like, that's all it was that I couldn't hit the F button at the right time. Like, literally would have gone totally different had I hit the F key when I was supposed to hit the F key. Like, that's fantastic, right? So we're trying to get to the mechanical room to find Alex. I still have no idea how I pulled that frickin' kill off, but that's besides the point. Napalm arrows, dude. Frickin' nonsense changer. But yeah, it was pretty straightforward to get there. It really wasn't. I really didn't know if I was supposed to go in there or not, because I'm like, I see the electric spark. Like, I don't want to get electrocuted, but I guess we're going for it. And so Alex is behind there. He's behind that little sparky spark thing. So then we get to figure out how to move it. And there's a hook in the ceiling. Eventually I look up and you see it. Eventually, there you go, there it is. That we have to figure out how to move to hit the hook. And it was a little bit of a puzzle. It wasn't anything too crazy. You know, it obviously wanted you to use your new little tool, your new little toy that you got. And then you get to move it around and have a super fun time. I don't know why I was trying to climb up there. I think he was saying like, oh yeah, he was like, oh yeah, there's a place up top that you can get to. And I was like, what? And then I realized like, oh, it's back. It's back a little ways. Just kidding. So yeah, you jump on the ladder and the side of it, go forward, backwards, you pull it one way or the other. It really just wanted to annoy me more than anything. Not really, like I said, this really wasn't that difficult of a puzzle. It was just moving it at the right time to the right spot. And using your little rope toy and then shoving it that way and this way and every which way. So yeah, it's fairly straightforward once you realize how you have to move it. And you realize it just has to make you do it longer than you really need to. Like, why wouldn't they just let you once and done, right? No, you gotta do a whole massive nonsense of stuff. I don't even remember why we had to kick that, to be totally honest with you. I sincerely, just don't even remember why. Oh, because it was clogging it. That's right. It was blocking the pathway for it. So you had to move it all the way around so you could go up, kick that out of the way, and then you could start again, essentially. Just to grab it, because it magically just hooks right in there, no issue whatsoever. Like, yep, that's exactly how that works. It's exactly how that works. So then obviously we see Alex. He's stuck. It's hopeless. It's hopeless. And then everybody comes in and he's essentially like, okay, here's the tools. Go on without me. And that's that. Like, it's really... like, it's sad, but it's... I get it, right? Like, he's stuck under this pipe. Like, what else is he gonna do? Like, there's no way else to... And obviously Lara's like, no, not another person, no. But this is cool. Now we get the ascender and like you can whoop up the zip lines a lot faster now. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I will not lie, I was kind of like, how am I supposed to go back through this nonsense? Like, I was not expecting to be pooped out in the exact spot I needed to be in, or like the exact spot I had already been in. I was expecting it to dump me on a different part of the boat, but it didn't, so I was making sure I didn't miss anything, because I kind of assumed I was not coming back to the boat. I figured the boat would be a one-way trip. And there really wasn't even, like, that much fighting. Like, realistically, like, once we got out, like, that was it. And you fly up, and then it's to the campfire. And we finished that section of it. Like, that's it. That's all we got left. That part made me nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I just did a trust jump onto this. So yeah, we make it to the campfire, and that's where we call it for a day. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.